nation since the fall of Saigon in 1975. Now, I'm tired of saying this, but when you're sick of saying it, some are only starting to hear it. This is all due to the weak political leadership of the West.
Steve Kane Show.
To the thought for the night. Leadership is about taking responsibility, not making excuses. That's it from me tonight. Remember, you can see all the...
Yeah, isn't that, I mean, that's something. You know, have you heard anyone that's credible say anything other than Biden screwed up? Have you heard anyone with that is credible say that Biden did the right thing? Let's go to Mike. Hey, Mike, good morning.
Hey, I think everyone's got it wrong. I think Biden, I think that's an act. I think he's more honestly alert now than he was when he was vice president. That's all an act. He's an actor. He's getting better.
Really? So you don't think he's feeble and checked out?
He's not. He has the greatest game plan in the world. The most transparent president ever. He's wrong about the Taliban takeover. Then,
well, why do you think Biden did what he did?
the same reason why Obama legally released the Taliban from Gitmo. It was a bad idea. But he's doing it to get the votes, because once they lock in Florida, they lock in Texas, they lock in Georgia, we can never win another election.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, you know, we got a bad connection with you today, Mike, but I can hear you a little bit, but it's very muffled. You know, Tucker was talking about this last night. What's about to happen right now is there's going to be, and obviously we support the people of Afghanistan, but right now there are going to be tens of thousands who are brought to the United States from Afghanistan, and it's going to be done quick. And Tucker Carlson, he said we're being invaded, right? He says we're being invaded. I don't know if we're being invaded or not, but I don't know what kind of checking they're doing on who these people are. And I know a lot of people think Obama is pulling the strings. And, you know, no matter what, there's major Obama influence because he has surrounded himself, Biden, with a lot of these Obama people. But either it's true or it's not true that all of the advisors told him not to pull out the military. I think it's true. I stand by what I said earlier. I think Biden pulled out everyone because they told him not to do it. I think that's how fragile his ego is. Well, you know, we're 7 months into this. 7 months into Biden. And look at the situation this country is in. If we're in this situation in 7 months, what's it going to be like in 2 or 3 years of this? How much can this country handle of this? How much? You know, yesterday, this is an interesting thing about Biden. Biden is consistently wrong throughout his entire life. He's always been wrong. You know, Biden said yesterday the mission in Afghanistan was to get bin Laden. That was the original stated mission, but things change. But one thing that he didn't mention yesterday, I didn't hear anybody else mention this either. I'm sure somebody must have. Wasn't that long ago. Do you know that when Obama was giving the order to take out Osama bin Laden, that Biden recommended that he not do it? Any of you guys remember that? All of Obama's advisors said, get him. Not Biden. He says, don't go after bin Laden in Pakistan. There was a statement from Obama that leaked out yesterday, and Obama once said, never underestimate Biden's ability to F things up. This time, for the first time, though, he has power over millions, and tens of thousands are going to suffer, and he doesn't give a damn. 1-888-GO-KANE-1 is our number. Good morning. You're on the radio. Yep. Yeah, the YouTube feed is back. Yes, we are back streaming on YouTube. Brian Craig on the YouTube, yes. We had some technical difficulties, and now we're back. Brian Craig on YouTube. We're back. Yes, yes, yes. Now, was telling you guys a couple weeks ago, Steve and I, we met up, and he was in his son's car. His son was driving him, and they pull up next to me. I get out of my car, which is ice cold in this Florida heat of the summer. I go over to Steve's car. It's hot as hell. And they had the air on, and I put my hand over the vent, and it was blowing hot air. It was like he had the heat on. Would have been great if they were driving in New York in the middle of the winter. And Steve took his car to have it looked up, to have the air looked at Champagne Automotive Repair in Boca. And I told Steve, I said, you know, when they look at the car, you know, that's your son. He has an older car. It's got a lot of miles on it. And when you get that air conditioning looked at, you really got to decide, do you want to get the air conditioning fixed, or is it time to get him a new car? And Champagne Automotive Repair in Boca, they'll never do a repair on your vehicle that your vehicle does not need. He needed a new compressor. That's it. Any other place would tell you you need a new compressor, you got a leak in the system, you got this, you got that. He needed a new compressor, which, you know, and of course their prices are so low, like right out of the 80s and 90s, very inexpensive. Next time I saw Steve, I put my hand over the AC vent in the car. It was ice cold, frigid air, which is exactly what you want. You want it when you're in your car. You want to have your air working at peak efficiency during the summer in Florida. I want it 12 months a year. I use my car AC 12 months a year. I don't care what the temperature is. Don't you guys? If your car AC is blowing hot air or may not be working to its peak efficiency, take it up to Champagne Automotive Repair. They do great work. They work on all makes and models. They do all kinds of, they do every other repair too, not just AC work, but I know it's the heat of the summer, and I saw the miracle they did with Steve. They work on my family's cars and have just done great work at incredible prices. Give them a call, Champagne Automotive Repair in Boca, 561-245-8101. 561-245-8101. Make sure you tell them you heard about them on the Steve Kane Show. We'll take a quick break and be right back. Don't go anywhere.
This is Lori Kane, and I want to tell you about Brighton Dental Care. I just got a lot of work done, and I avoided going to the dentist for a lot of years because I was afraid of the cost. But I went to Brighton Dental for my free consultation, which, by the way, he offers to all Steve Kane listeners. I had 2 cavities, I needed a crown on top and a crown on the bottom. If I were a horse, they would have put me down. So I scheduled my appointment for the next Saturday because Brighton Dental has Saturday appointments available, and they saved me a ton of money. And I will be a patient for life. Don't let cost stop you from taking care of your teeth. Brighton Dental gives Steve Kane listeners incredible discounts on all dental procedures, just like they gave me. Prices are so reasonable, you don't have to worry about the cost. So call Brighton Dental today at 954-922-4633. That's 954-922-4633. You can visit them at brightondental.com and tell them Lori Kane sent you.
Attention seniors and those who care about them. This is Brian Craig. I'm in studio with Debbie from I Will Advisors. She has an incredible new service to tell you about called I Will Advocates. Debbie, what is I Will Advocates and how are you helping seniors?
Well, Brian, over the past few years of owning a Medicare insurance agency, we've learned that there's a huge need for Medicare advocacy, that a lot of people don't have a child or a spouse that can assist them with their medical needs, and that's where we step in.
Nope, Biden's still on vacation, no doubt about that.
Prescriptions, doctor's appointments, things like this. How do you help them with that?
If you're having a problem at the doctor's office, having problems scheduling an appointment in a timely manner, we can step in. If you're having issues at the pharmacy, having problems refilling a prescription or feel that you're being mischarged for something, you can contact us and we will step in. Even if you're at the hospital and you feel like you're being neglected, we'll be there for you at a touch of a button, whether it's to call the nurse's station or assist in any other way.
So if someone's in the hospital, they feel they're not getting the care that they need, they haven't seen their doctor, they haven't seen their nurse, they can actually call you and you'll contact the hospital for them?
Absolutely. We act as your family. We'll step up, we'll call the nurse's station and ask for some assistance. If we can't get anything done there, we'll go to the higher levels.
Now, this is a service that you're offering. Now, they do not have to be an existing client of I Will Advisors to take advantage of
Welcome
this.
everyone that's new. Thank you for subscribing. I do appreciate that. This is the most pro-Donald Trump radio show you'll find anywhere. And if everyone could like the video too, that helps a lot.
For those of you who are Medicare recipients, Debbie at I Will Advocates will help you with your prescriptions. You'll set up doctor's appointments for them, including the primary care physician and specialist, right?
Of course, we'll assist in anything helping you find new doctors.
They'll help you with your medical billing. They'll help you with your insurance billing. If you feel you've been billed wrong by your doctor, they'll step in for that and even help you if you're in the hospital. Basically, what you're offering is a concierge service to senior citizens.
That's exactly it.
That's amazing. I've never heard of anything like this before. So how much does this cost?
Well, for just $20 a month, you will have the security of knowing that you have an experienced, compassionate advocate just a touch of a button away.
To learn more, call Debbie's office. The number 954-345-1214. 954-345-1214, or go online. You can sign up online at iwilladvocates.com. That's iwilladvocates.com. Listen to the Steve Kane on iHeart.
Welcome back, everyone. Now, there were a lot of military analysts on television yesterday talking about how fast Afghanistan fell. And they said a couple of things. They said our entire military and intelligence operations were caught off guard by this. And they also said there was a lot of planning going on. No doubt about that. You know, and you wonder, these guys, I'm watching these Taliban fighters. I saw these two guys, they get out of some beat up old car that really needs to be up at Champagne Automotive and get some work done on it. You know, they're driving around in the deserts of Afghanistan in cars with no air conditioner that I wouldn't trust to take from Fort Lauderdale to Miami and back. And they brought down the U.S. Army, and I'm looking at these Taliban soldiers, and I saw one guy, he was wearing high tops with no laces, and are you kidding me? You got to wonder, how did this happen? How did this planning? There was a lot of tactics involved, because they took down, they went from, you know, like in World War II, you know, we had that island hopping strategy in the Pacific. They did a similar thing through these provincial. It was too organized, too many sophisticated tactics for guys with broken down cars without shoelaces in their shoes. And there was this strange observation made by a lady reporter over on CNN yesterday. You may have seen it.